Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy Lost Chronicles of Zerzura. Moi drodzy, udało nam się dotrzeć do portu. Co prawda nie udało nam się wykonać wszystkich zadań w poprzednim odcinku, które mieliśmy w planach, ale zajmiemy się tym w tym odcinku. A tymczasem rozejrzyjmy się tutaj.
A fishing boat in rather poor condition.
No dobra, mamy kamienie brukowe.
The repairs to the pothole seem to be a bit half-hearted. I don't care.
Nic z tym zrobić nie możemy. Beczka.
What's that? Leftover cloth? Scraps? What's that?
Ale dlaczego ja nic z tej beczki wyjąć nie mogę? Cienki wąż. No, ale ten element już trafił do mojego ekwipunku. Stara stocznia.
The shipyard has long been abandoned. Since the discovery of the New World, there's hardly been any use for it. Thousands of workers are needed on the Atlantic coast to build up the Spanish Armada. Most of the shipbuilders moved out of Barcelona ages ago.
Na rynek na razie nie chcemy wracać. Chętnie obejrzę tą deskę i porozmawiam z wędkarzem. Ogólnie nagrywam ten odcinek, kiedy jeszcze poprzedni odcinek nie został opublikowany na kanale, a szkoda, bo chciałbym zobaczyć, jaka była wasza reakcja na odbiór tego odcinka. Ale powiedzmy, że odniosę się do tego w odcinku trzecim. Czy będą jakieś komentarze? Nie wiem. Mam nadzieję, że tak.
Someone has been trying to patch up their boat. There's a plank, nails and a hammer.
O, a te elementy by mi się przydały.
Someone has been trying to patch...
Tylko widzę, że nie mogę tego wziąć.
That's Pedro, our neighbor, a fisherman by trade. Hello.
Hola.
Statek Inkwizycji.
This Inquisition ship. So why is it berthed here?
It can't be for anything good. Wherever these soldiers turn up, they only spread fear and terror.
Yes, you can only hope to be spared their attentions.
Don't worry. They're only looking for people who are on their list. If they were after you, you'd have received a visit by now.
Wiklinowy kij.
Any luck?
Could be better. They're just too small. Further out, yes, there are some big ones, but here...
Your rod. What's it made of?
Willow, like any good fishing rod should be.
Exactly what I need.
There's no way I can lend it to you. I need it myself. If my boat wasn't broken, then perhaps, but otherwise... You're an inventor? Invent a fish-catching machine. I'd buy it immediately.
Maybe later. Did you say your boat is broken?
Yes, took a real battering in the last storm.
Perhaps I can repair it. I'll take a look. Adios.
Adios.
I pewnie do tego celu będą potrzebne mi narzędzia.
Is that the plank for the boat?
Yes, but I haven't found the right mixture for waterproofing it.
Dobra, deska wraz z narzędziami trafiła do mojego ekwipunku. Łódź wiosłowa, faktycznie ona ma tutaj dziurwę.
That's Pedro the fisherman's boat. That's the leaky spot. And there are some very fine fibers coming through the layer of tar that's crumbling off. The planks have been replaced, but the boat is still far from waterproof.
Czyli będziemy musieli w jakiś sposób ją jeszcze uszczelnić. No na tą chwilę nie wydaje mi się, żebym miał w ekwipunku odpowiednie przedmioty. Być może będę musiał się cofnąć do warsztatu. Beczka z jęczałego masła.
A vat of melted butter. I guess something fragile was transported in that. And now the butter has melted in the sun. I'm not going to get my fingers all greasy.
Rozumiem, ale my tłuszczu nie potrzebujemy.
These goods belong to the ships in the rear part of the harbour. As far as I know, there's currently a ban on setting sail due to the plague of corsairs. The Spanish Inquisition ship, a galleon, darker and bigger than the trading ships that are normally docked here. What's not yet clear to me is why it's been anchored here for the last few days.
Dobra, na statek wejść się nie da. O, pochodnia.
A torch welded to a pole. Burglar proof.
Ale skoro jest przyspawana, no to raczej jej nie zabierzemy, nie? Ale widzę, że tutaj jest dwóch żołnierzy.
Soldiers of the Inquisition. You used to only see soldiers of the Spanish Armada here, especially since the Corsairs started marauding the sea.
No powiem tak, z żołnierzami to ja chcę jak najdalej. Dobra, oprócz wężyka i tych narzędzi to chyba nic stąd już zabrać nie będę mógł. No w jakiś sposób musimy naprawić tą łódź, tak? Musimy ją uszczelnić. Kamienie brukowe, beczka.
Those will be the fibers that seal the boat together with the tar. I guess they're flax fibers.
No dobra, udało nam się zdobyć włókna, ale w dalszym ciągu nie mamy smoły.
I've pushed the fibers deep into the cracks. There is even some left over.
Więc takową smołę musimy gdzieś zdobyć. Chodźmy na rynek. Wejdę jeszcze raz do sklepu wujka. Tutaj mamy te kamienne figurki. O, a ja mogłem je zabrać do ekwipunku. A pamiętacie, w poprzednim odcinku roztopiłem tamten minerał z miedziakami w piecu. Być może faktycznie muszę te kamienne figurki tam dorzucić i one wtedy zabarwią na złoto.
Uncle Tabit?
Yes, my boy?
Statek Inkwizycji.
An Inquisition ship arrived here a few days ago.
So what does that mean?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Why does it cause you disquiet?
I don't know. You hear so much about it. They drag people off in the night, extract false statements, torture, and murder people.
And all in the name of the church.
But we needn't fear them. We're Christian believers. You from birth, and me since the Reconquista, over 20 years back.
Christians, yes, but believers? I only believe in the laws of nature.
That, my dear free spirit, had better remain between us two.
See you later.
Yes. Till then, my boy.
Do zobaczenia, wujku. Jeszcze tutaj wrócę. No tutaj mamy sprzedawcę, tak? My potrzebujemy kosz wiklinowy, ale niestety kupiec nie chce nam go sprzedać, dopóki nie zapewnimy mu jakiejś większej markizy albo coś, co będzie go chłodziło.
Hello.
God be praised.
Statek Inkwizycji.
Have you heard why the Inquisition ship has docked here?
Because of you, of course. They're looking for the Skywalker, the man who wants to trump Jesus.
Really?
So, you really are working on something like that. I thought so.
I think the heat sent you a bit soft in the head, Basket Weaver.
Ale jeżeli mówi prawdę, to jesteśmy w niebezpieczeństwie.
What does a basket cost?
3 silver.
So expensive. Oh. Can we do a deal some other way?
If you could find some way of making it not...
No właśnie, musimy znaleźć sposób, żeby nie było tak cholernie gorąco.
Goodbye.
May God's blessings be upon you.
Z tym jegomościem nie mogę porozmawiać. Okiennica.
Hello, Sylvia.
Morales, haven't I told you you shouldn't be seen here?
I'm an honest inventor, not a heretic.
The Inquisition doesn't see any difference there. So, what can I do for you? Has Pedro got drunk and fallen into the harbor again?
Statek Inkwizycji.
Do you know why the Inquisition ship's been moored here these past few days?
To catch up on the numbers, I'm thinking.
Catch up on the numbers.
For their torture chambers. I've heard that the people die like flies on those stretching racks. And now, disappear, Morales, or else when they come for you, they'll take me as well.
Good day to you.
Sylwia, czy nie mogę się schować w twoim pokoju? Zamkniesz okienicę i nikt nie będzie nas widział. Dobra. Drzwi do warsztatu. Też bym musiał porozmawiać z Ramonem i go ostrzec, że jest tutaj inkwizycja. Ale zanim to zrobię, bo mamy tutaj roztopiony mosiądz, spróbuję dorzucić tam kamienne figurki.
It's too hot without pliers. It's about time I invented gloves that make all other tools redundant.
Ale my mamy szczypce.
It was a fantastic idea to cover the stone figures with brass.
No i proszę bardzo.
They look really precious. Tabit will be delighted.
No i proszę bardzo, mamy figurki z mosiądzu, wyglądają jak ze złota. Ramon.
Ramon, may I interrupt you for a moment?
What is it, Feodor?
Statek Inkwizycji.
One of the Inquisition ships is in the harbour. What can they be looking for here? Hopefully not our workshop.
You spend all day worrying on, and they always bypass the workshop. Maybe it's time to let it all go. Pack my bags and be gone.
Oj, Ramon jest zdołowany. Poproszę o smołę drzewną.
I could do with the tar now.
Yes, take it.
Thanks. Don't you still need it for the mask?
I'm going to do that later. I have to get on with this piece of crystal right now.
Of course. The crystal fragment. I'll be off then.
Dobra, mamy tą smołę czy nie mamy? Czy ona gdzieś tutaj leży? Tu są rysunki. Ramon, artefakt. Gdzie jest ta smoła? Ja mam oczywiście wszystkie punkty interaktywne wyłączone, więc muszę ją znaleźć samodzielnie. Ale obstawiam, że skoro Ramon używał jej do maski, to ta smoła... O, jest miska. Właśnie chciałem powiedzieć, to ta smoła musi być gdzieś tutaj blisko. Dobra, mamy smołę, chodźmy zatem uszczelnić łódkę.
The tar and the fibers seal the planks perfectly.
Mam nadzieję, że łódź jest gotowa.
The boat won't be sinking again in a hurry.
Dobra. Ponownie pogadajmy z wędkarzem.
Hello.
Hola.
Łódź.
The boat is mended and ready for action.
Thank you, Feodor. If you see Sylvia, then tell her I'll soon be bringing home some real fish.
Yes, I'll do that. Do you still need your fishing rod?
No. When I go out with the boat, I fish with a net. Do you want it?
The willow would be really useful for me.
Then take it. Here.
Thanks. Adios.
Adios.
Udało nam się zdobyć wędkę. Obstawiam, że tej wędki będziemy potrzebowali do zbudowania balonu. A czy ja mogę tego psiutka pogłaskać? On jest taki fajny. Podbiegnę do niego. A jak mnie ugryzie? Nie, no nie sądzę. Ale wielki. Nie, no dobra. Pomarańczy nie mogę mu dać. Zresztą z tego co wiem, to zwierzęta cytrusów nie powinny w ogóle jadać. Czyli tak, wędkarz powiedział, żebyśmy porozmawiali z Sylwią.
Hello, Sylvia.
You again? I don't want to be seen with you.
A to dlaczego? Ryba.
I'm supposed to tell you from your husband that there are going to be some proper fish here soon.
Proper fish? Don't make me laugh. And what should I do with those? He just sits boozing on the quayside, and I have to do all the work. I've had enough of that loser.
Sylwio, proszę cię uspokoić się. Wiklinowy kij.
If you want to get rid of fishing rods, I'll be happy to take them off your hands. Thanks. Good day to you.
Jeszcze więcej wędek. Dobra, powiem tak, wędkarz nie będzie zadowolony. Stracił cały swój dobytek. Zabrać wędkarzowi wędki to jak... kurde, nie wiem. Dobra, mamy tutaj Tabita, mamy też figurki z mosiądzu. Mam nadzieję, że będzie zadowolony.
I've covered your figures with brass. Look at them now.
They look like they're made of gold. Superb. Now I can really ask a good price for them. Thank you, Feodor.
Poproś o skórę.
About the camel leather.
Take it with you. The money from the gold figures will no doubt pay for it.
Thank you.
I thank you. Here, take a silver coin and buy something nice for yourself. Maybe some flowers for your girlfriend?
Ta.
Uncle, thanks. See you later.
Yes. Till then, my boy.
Niestety nie mogę kupić kwiatów Sylwii, ponieważ jest mężatką. Dobra. Ale może kupiec mi sprzeda wiaderko przynajmniej.
Hello.
God be praised.
Chociaż nie, bo on mówił, że chce 3 srebrniki, my mamy jednego.
Goodbye.
May God's blessings be upon you.
Ale może za pomocą wielbłądziej skóry uda się zrobić mu markizę. Nie? Nie mogę tego pokroić?
I don't need any smaller pieces.
Dobra.
I'll cut a few holes in the end of the hose.
Ale węża pociąłem. O!
With the hose, I can pump the water a great deal further. The water squirts out of the holes at the end.
Pompa wodna dalekiego zasięgu?
That should keep the cloth damp and cool down the air underneath. This invention will let you keep the material over your stall quite damp, and that will cool the air beneath it. You don't even have to leave your stall, just press here.
Oh, that really does seem to work. And it doesn't go against our Christian faith either, does it?
If God had wanted you to suffer heat stroke, then he wouldn't have sent me along, now would he? So, what about the basket? Can I have it? That big one, please.
For 2 pieces of silver, not a problem.
We agreed I could have one for 1 silver.
A basket, yes, but not that big one.
All right then, I'll just take my invention with me and sell it to someone else.
Right then. I'll deliver it to your workshop.
Thank you very much. On the roof, please.
Czyli dobiliśmy targu, tak? Idą żołnierze. I wchodzą do sklepu mojego wujka. To nie wróży niczego dobrego. Mam nadzieję, że go nie aresztują.
Inquisition soldiers at Uncle Tabit's place. Hopefully they only want to buy something. As long as the soldiers are in there, I prefer to stay here, outside. I don't like those fellows.
No powiem tak, po tym ich chodzie to nie sądzę, żeby poszli tam coś kupić.
I think I've got everything I need for the new flying machine. Let's go up to the roof.
Dobra, będziemy tworzyć balon. Dobra, jest kosz. Kosz mogę położyć na włazie.
Building such a construction on the roof is dangerous. It could easily be seen. But up here it's a simple case of there being enough room. I've also just fixed the wings with it.
Dobra, w takim razie... czyli my już wszystkie elementy, które mieliśmy, wykorzystaliśmy.
A loading crane. I need that if I want to get heavy things onto the roof. The workshop is directly under this large and heavy wooden hatch. The basket is definitely big enough for Ramon, and the wings should keep him up in the air.
Dobra, ale co w takim razie będę mógł jeszcze tutaj... mamy skórę. Ale
That's the wrong sequence.
to niewłaściwa kolejność.
So the net goes onto the basket. That's the wrong sequence.
Czyli jeszcze czegoś mi brakuje. Tu też mamy sieć.
I first of all need something for securing things.
Okej. Może faktycznie czegoś mi jeszcze tutaj brakuje.
The workshop is directly under this.
Bo mamy tak, wyklinę, mamy sieć, mamy... Tu była gdzieś lina jeszcze. I mamy skórę. Chyba, że tutaj muszę coś zrobić?
The forge is hot enough. A forge, just like you'd find in a smith's work. A huge pair of bellows. We normally use it's operated using the rope and pulley system, but you still need a lot of power and stamina.
Obstawiam, że za pomocą tego miecha będziemy mogli napompować balon. O, ale mogę wziąć skórzany wąż.
I'll take the hose with me.
I obstawiam, że będę musiał go połączyć z tym balonem na górze. I z powrotem zejść i podłączyć do miecha.
I'll leave him to work on his artifacts. There's no point anyway. He's lost in his thoughts.
Czyli tak. Tutaj mamy sieć, mamy włas, mamy kosz, mamy sieć. Co w pierwszej kolejności powinienem użyć?
I first of all need something for securing things.
Przede wszystkim czegoś do mocowania rzeczy. Aha, poczekajcie. Bo ja teraz chyba to połączyłem ze sobą. A, no tak, dokładnie.
If I could use the ropes to fasten the wickerwork to a frame. Done it!
No dobra, w takim razie weźmy teraz skórę i narzućmy na stelaż.
And now if I secure the leather to the frame.
No zaczyna wyglądać to ładnie.
Yes, it could just work like that. They say you shouldn't praise the day before the evening, but I'm thinking it looks like it might lift off at any moment.
W każdej chwili może się unieść.
The stitches are well sealed. I really have thought of everything. Now all I need to do is pump the air and then up and away. The Count will be satisfied and Da Vinci will know my name. Feodor Morales, inventor of the first flying machine. What should I call the machine? It needs a name. Camel leather balloon, sky ball, or the cloaked airship? Well, I'll definitely come up with something else.
A może po prostu nazwiemy to balon. Tylko wiecie co? Teraz się tak zastanawiam. Jeżeli faktycznie nam uda się polecieć w powietrze, a mamy tutaj statek Inkwizycji i oni zobaczą, że coś unosi się w górę, to na 100% nas aresztują.
The hose isn't all that long. It has to go through the... Now I'll connect the end of the hose to the hull. The other end of the hose can hang down through the hatch and will definitely reach into the workshop.
Zejdźmy zatem w dół. Mamy tutaj drugi koniec węża, okej.
That would make the air connection. Now I just have to convince Ramon to give me a hand.
Ramonie, czy ja mogę prosić cię o przysługę? Braciszku, no nie bądź taki.
Ramon, may I interrupt you for a moment?
What is it, Feodor?
Pomoc.
Ramon, you have to work the bellows down here. I have to go up onto the roof to see whether it's working.
You fastened 20 pig bladders into that flying machine? Believe me, the only thing you can do with that is swim, nothing more.
No, I've built a hull which is much larger than a pig bladder. Much, much bigger, with 1,000 times more air. That you're going to pump in. Come on, now I really do need your help.
I am helping you. This piece of crystal here is the key to our fortune.
Wrong. The key to our fortune is this set of bellows here. If this works, our workshop is saved.
Forget the workshop. This piece of crystal will take us back to where we belong, and there we can open a new workshop, a much bigger one.
Why bigger? I'll just be happy enough not to lose this one.
Once I have found the city gate from where this piece of crystal has come, then you'll see what I've been talking about all this time.
Damn it, Ramon, I don't know what you're talking about. I do know, though, that the water's rising and we'll soon be in it up to our necks. Just wake up, will you? Get yourself back into the real world.
I've never ever been closer to the real world. I can almost see the city in front of me. Its walls are white.
Go then. Get going and seek out your accursed painted city.
Czyli Ramon nam nie pomoże. Wow!
Which of these two is the one?
It's that one there, Ramon.
What do you want with him?
Ramon Morales, in the name of the Inquisition, you are under arrest.
What?
But you can't do this. This isn't what we discussed.
Leave him alone.
Do not resist.
Stop! Let go! Let my brother go! Damn you!
Feodor, don't.
Shut your face.
Ow!
O kurde, to się porobiło. I to prawdopodobnie wujek zdradził naszą pozycję. Ale dlaczego? Czy go szantażowali? Przekupili? O co tutaj chodzi?
What's happened? Where's Ramon?
Stay calm, Feodor. You have to keep calm.
They've taken him off with them. Something to do with our flying attempts? What have they done with him?
They've taken him on board their ship.
Onto the ship? But why? Is the Count behind this? Did he bring this about?
No, Feodor. It has nothing to do with the Count or your flying attempts.
Well then, Uncle Tabit, do you know something?
They wanted to know for whom I had procured the crystal, and I led them to Ramon. If I hadn't done that, he'd still be here.
The soldiers came because of the crystal. The artifact you recently brought for Ramon.
I thought I was doing him a favor with it. Instead,
That damn thing! I knew it could only bring trouble upon us. Uncle Tabit, just what am I supposed to do?
I don't know that either, my boy.
Inkwizycja.
Why did they take Ramon? What do they think he might know?
It certainly has something to do with your past, with your mother.
Our mother? How then?
I didn't tell you the whole truth about her. After your birth, it wasn't the plague that killed her. She died, burned at the stake.
Burned at the stake? Then she was taken by the soldiers of the Inquisition.
Not by the soldiers. By the current Grand Inquisitor personally.
Was she a witch?
She was the sweetest woman I have ever known. And she loved you too, above all else.
And you think Ramon is also going to die at the stake? Why?
I don't know, Feodor. I believe it is for you to find out.
Włamanie.
Uncle Tabit, I have to get on board that ship somehow.
That's much too dangerous. You have no idea. Just keep well away from it, my boy.
No, I have to know what's going on with Ramon, and you're coming with me.
May Allah be with us. Right then, let's go to the harbor.
Get out of here. Nothing for you to earn here today.
Sure? You two look like you could use a little laugh.
Shh. What now?
I have to get in there somehow. The question being how.
If I can do anything, just say so.
No dobra, w takim razie się rozejrzyjmy. Kobieta.
Isn't that Pedro's wife?
Hey, you there. How are you? Do you fancy
Sylvia? Is that you?
Morales? What are you doing around here?
I'm just taking a walk. And you? What are you doing here?
Trying to fill the family coffers, would you believe? Not much else I can do with a husband like mine.
Does Pedro know what you're up to here?
Now that would be something. He's lying drunk in his bed, dreaming of big, fat fish.
A Sylwia postanowiła sobie zarobić w inny sposób, może niekoniecznie przyzwoity. Statek Inkwizycji.
A pretty sinister-looking ship.
With even more sinister-looking types on board. You don't want to mess with them.
How many of them man the watch?
Only two. The others are away keeping themselves busy in the town.
Good to know.
Dobra, mamy nowy wpis w dzienniku. Kamienie brukowe.
Perhaps the loose stones actually are good for something.
Może za pomocą tych kamieni będę mógł odwrócić ich uwagę, ale... Aha, bo tutaj mamy łuk armatni, czyli być może przez ten łuk dostanę się do środka. Beczka zjęczałego masła.
The night air is cool and the butter's more solid again. Now I can use some of it.
Dobra, mamy masło, mamy... kamień brukowy. Ale nie mogę tych dwóch elementów ze sobą połączyć. Łódź wiosłowa.
The torch is lighting the exact area that I have to go through. Too stupid. That would be too noisy. The guards would notice me. As long as the torch stays lit, it's impossible for me to get near the hatch. The guards would spot me.
Czyli musiałbym w jakiś sposób zgasić tą pochodnię. No dobra, pogadajmy z Tabitem. Może on będzie miał jakiś pomysł.
Uncle Tabit?
Yes?
Ukryj się wśród beczek, ale najpierw zapytamy się o ten artefakt.
What is it about that piece of crystal? What do you know about it?
It's all my fault. I shouldn't have told them that Ramon collects those things.
Uncle Tabit, please stop blaming yourself. Rather tell me exactly what you said to the soldiers.
They only wanted to have the artifact. Wanted to know whom I had brought it for. And then, when they saw it in the middle of Ramon's collection...
So where did you get the thing from?
I don't know anymore. From some market on my travels. It just reminded me so much of what your mother wore when I first got to know her 20 years ago in Tripoli. That's how I first came up with getting it for Ramon.
Our mother owned a crystal like that. Maybe they think that Ramon knows more about it than he does. We have to get him out of there.
Czyli ten amulet przynosi nieszczęście na naszą rodzinę. Wujku, coś ty zrobił, no!
Can you go and hide yourself over there by those barrels?
If you think so.
Idź, schowaj się przy beczkach. Sylwia, może mi też w jakiś sposób pomożesz?
No.
Raczej nie. No dobra. Ale po co my tam wujka wysłaliśmy? Mogę w niego rzucić cegłą? Mogę.
Here, Uncle Tabit, take this stone. Throw it when I give the signal.
Where then?
Brak pomysłu.
I don't know where you can throw it.
Just let me know when you've had an idea.
A już myślałem, że w wujka będziemy tą cegłą uderzać, ale nie. Dobra, całe szczęście.
The soldiers would notice me if I were to board the boat here.
Gdyby tak wujek rzucił cegłą na łódkę, nie, ona już nie jest interaktywna. Mogę się cofnąć z powrotem na rynek, tak? Ale my coś z tą pochanią musimy zrobić.
Apart from the fact that I wouldn't be able to reach either the gunport or the deck from the water, I also don't want to get wet. The torch is lighting the exact area that I have to go through. Too stupid. Uncle Tabbit?
Yes?
About the stone. Throw it when I give you the signal.
Yes. Where am I supposed to throw it?
Rzuć nim w pochodnie, rzuć do wody.
Throw the stone into the water.
Good. I'll do that then.
Ale czy to coś zmieni?
As long as the torch stays lit, it's impossible.
Chyba, że woda tak chlupnie, że zgasi pochodnie. Dobra, ja bym musiał się gdzieś schować, nie? Spróbuję podejść jak najbliżej. Aha, bliżej już się nie da.
The torch is lighting.
Jak mam wujkowi dać znać, żeby rzucił? Skoro mogę z nim tylko i wyłącznie porozmawiać.
Uncle Tabbit?
Yes?
About the stone. Throw it when I give you
Yes.
the... Throw the stone.
Good.
Ale jaki sygnał? Jak mamy mu dać sygnał? Grudki z jęczałego masła. Może w jakiś sposób to masło będą tutaj wykorzystać. Mam nóż.
There are two soldiers. No chance of getting past them unseen.
Chyba, że są tu jeszcze jakieś elementy klikalne, których ja nie zauważyłem. Mogę wziąć kolejne kamienie.
One will do.
No dobra. O, tu mamy mewy.
Seagulls sleeping on the bowsprit. Now what can they be dreaming of?
Dobra, wujek jest tu na dole, a gdyby on tak rzucił w te mewy, odwróciłby ich uwagę, a my wtedy szybko byśmy zgasili tą pochodnię. Też nie jest głupi pomysł.
Uncle Tabbit?
Yes?
About the stone. Throw it when I
Yes.
give...
Rzuć w mewy.
Throw the stone at the seagulls.
They won't like that.
That's what I'm hoping for. Seagulls sleeping on the bowsprit. Now what can they be dreaming of? Seagulls sleeping on the bowsprit. Now what can they be dreaming of? Now we're off.
Damn those flying birds.
I still seem to have a pretty good aim.
No i proszę bardzo, pochodnia już się nie pali. Możemy podejść do łuku armaty. Tylko czy my się tam przyciśniemy? A Sylwia stoi i się wszystkiemu przygląda. Zero reakcji.
Added to that, the hinges are rusty and would squeak if I opened it. Better keep my hands off.
I chyba do tego celu wzięliśmy masło.
Lubricate the hinges, then they ought to open without a sound. Damn! I can only open it a few inches. Something's holding it back inside. A rope?
No jeżeli jest tu lina, to my mamy nożyk.
That's made short work of it. Alright, now.
Dobra, udało nam się dostać do statku.
Nice rope.
Taka lina by mi się przydała. Dlatego wzięliśmy ją do ekwipunku.
Not possible for me to drag the cannon around with me, but having matches for them is even better.
O, wzięliśmy zapałki. Czyli mamy linę, mamy zapałki. Świetnie. I madło.
A vice. This invention is so simple, it's pure genius. Hard to believe that they've only been in workshops for a few years.
Tylko co ja bym mógł na tym imadle umieścić? Chyba nic. Przynajmniej na tą chwilę.
There appears to be a whole load of gunpowder in these barrels.
Płótno.
I'm taking that with me.
Świetnie.
The hatch to the hold. That has to be where they're holding Ramon prisoner.
Po drabinie do góry nie wejdę. No dobra.
I can see the starry sky. That's where I want to be. But first, just the other side of this ship's hull will do. The fireplace is ready for use. Coal and cinders are already in there.
A my mamy zapałki.
The matches sadly won't light themselves, and I can't make a fire without a flame.
Dobra, obstawiam.
An oil lamp. It's screwed down. Probably to prevent it starting a fire in heavy seas.
Miedziany kociołek.
I get the feeling that I can still put this to good use.
Dobra, plan jest taki. Ja bym chciał do tego kociołka wlać trochę nafty, zamoczyć w tym szmatkę, podpalić ją, podpalić palenisko.
An oil lamp. Rather not. The lantern's hanging there quite nicely.
Dobra. Czyli lampy nie wezmę. Nożem też tego nie mogę wziąć. Co w takim razie możemy zrobić? Tu są beczki. Piec. Czy ja mogę wyjść na zewnątrz jeszcze? Mogę. No dobra.
Damn. Somebody's relit the torch. I can forget that escape route.
Czyli jednak nie. Czyli na zewnątrz już nie wyjdę.
Now there are 2 half oranges.
Mam 2 połówki pomarańczy. Przy tej armacie niczego nie ma. O, mamy kłódkę.
A padlock. A very solid piece of craftsmanship. That doesn't work.
No tak też myślałem, że będziemy potrzebowali jakiegoś narzędzia. Chyba że coś w tym imadle będę mógł mieścić? No nie. A, tu jest jeszcze jakiś gwóźdź.
It's too well fixed for me to pull out by hand.
Mamy cążki. I gwóźdź trafił do mojego ekwipunku. Gwóźdź mogę... A, już myślałem, że będę mógł go umieścić na imadle. Ale może gwoździem otworzę kłódkę.
Not much use to me like that. It needs to be bent.
Czyli jednak nie.
I can use it to tie the sailcloth into a bundle.
Pączek włókna.
The chimney could be blocked up with the sailcloth, but it would probably ignite with the heat.
No dobra. O, ale mogę to wyrzucić przez okno. Może dzięki temu zgasimy pochodnie.
So now I can let it down into the water carefully, nice and quiet.
Albo nabierzemy wody. Mokre płótno żaglowe. Ale po co mi mokre płótno?
The wet sailcloth will block it without setting on fire. Perfect!
Dobra, zatkaliśmy komin.
The fireplace is ready for use. Coal and cinders are already in there. The matches sadly won't light themselves, and I can't make a fire without a flame.
Świetnie, o to chodziło.
So now my match is lit. So, now I can risk it. The coals are glowing. You could theoretically melt metal in that.
Dobra, jedyny metal jaki mam to jest ten gwóźdź.
Now we're talking.
Może teraz będę mógł to wykrzywić za pomocą imadła.
The nail's glowing. Now it can be bent quite easily, but not with bare hands.
No właśnie. Zrobimy sobie prowizoryczny lockpick. Znaczy kluczyk. Do kłódki. Tak mi się przynajmniej wydaje. Ale po co on tak się skrada w tym statku, skoro tutaj żadnej inkwizycji już nie ma?
Now let's see if I can do this. Ha! Who's a clever boy then?
I mamy otwarty włas. Dobra, ale czy będzie gdzieś tutaj Ramon?
Ramon!
Feodor, what the devil are you doing here? Are you out of your mind?
Don't worry. The guards didn't see a thing. We'll have you out in no time.
You won't get the cage open. Better get out of here before someone sees you.
No, I'm not leaving here without you. I'm sorry that I shouted at you before, Ramon.
That's all right, Feodor, I know.
Where do they want to take you and why?
We're not going to find that out if you get caught.
Uncle Tabit reckoned they were after the artifact. That crystal you're so keen on. He said that's why they grabbed you.
They ripped it right out of my hands. Feodor, have I not told you that it's the key?
Yes, to our fortune, not our misfortune.
Quick, Feodor, hide yourself.
It was nothing, I tell you.
No, it was definitely something.
And even if it were, there's only one way out. Nobody can get out unseen.
Hey, what's wrong with you? Scared that I'm going to bend the bars apart?
Ha! You couldn't even get the door open, even if it were open.
Don't say that. He might be in league with the devil. Why else would he be here?
But he's such a feeble, white-haired specimen.
Another reason. Old Nick always looks for some harmless form to slip into so that he can fool the non-believers.
And he hasn't fooled you, of course.
Why, of course not.
When we reach Tripoli, they'll rip away your mask, cloven foot.
You stay down here, just in case there really was something. I'm going back on deck.
Understood.
I kolejny wpisik w dzienniku. Ramon został porwany. Na pokładzie jest tylko kilku żołnierzy. To może być moja jedyna szansa na uwolnienie Ramona. Ale moi drodzy, Ramona będziemy starali się uwolnić w kolejnym odcinku. Mam nadzieję, że ten wam się podobał. Dzięki wielkie za uwagę, trzymajcie się i do usłyszenia. Hej!